Ramadan Kareem. In the first days of the holy month of Ramadan, a rich lady went to a butcher shop and asked for a large amount of meat. She ordered what she wanted of cubed and minced meat, liver, and beefsteak. While the butcher was preparing the order of the lady, a poor lady entered the place and said to him, "I want a pipe, a bone for making some soup." The rich lady felt sympathy towards the poor lady, and her heart softened for her. So she wrote a paper to the butcher saying, "Prepare the same order of mine and give it to her, and do not tell her who paid for her meat." When the butcher started to prepare what the rich lady had ordered, the poor lady asked him to hurry her order and said to him, "Please do not make me wait more than that. Preparing the pipe does not take more than 2 minutes as you always do. Why are you late this time?" The butcher smiled and replied, "I will prepare your order immediately." The poor lady replied with complete certainty, "Allah is the most gracious." The butcher said, "Indeed, He is the most gracious." After a while, the butcher gave the old lady sacks of cubed and minced meat, liver, and beefsteak. The lady was amazed, looked at him, and said, "It is not my order." He said to her, "It is your order. Didn't you say minutes ago Allah is the most gracious? Allah is certainly the most gracious." The poor lady refused to take the sacks from the butcher and told him that is too much. She didn't know that the rich lady paid the price of the meat. The butcher started to convince her to take the sacks and told her that they are from Allah, the gracious. He kept trying to convince her for a while until she took the sacks and left the slaughterhouse. The rich woman felt very happy because the poor woman took the sacks of meat and left the place. Then she asked the butcher about the prices of the woman's order and hers. She was surprised when he said to her, "You will only pay for your order, and I will pay for the woman, since I am not less generous than you." The rich woman insisted on paying what the poor woman had taken. After discussion and argument, they agreed to share the price of what the poor woman had taken to be halved between them. The rich lady left the place and got into her car. When she was driving on the road, she saw the old woman distributing the meat for the poor. She gave a sack to a vegetable seller. She gave a sack to a cleaner whose back was bent from exhaustion in the sun, and others. The rich lady cried in her car because of the view that she had seen in front of her, and moreover from the butcher's attitude, insisted to pay the price of what this poor woman had taken. The rich lady got out of her car and went to the poor lady and said to her, "Why are you giving the meat to those people? Allah has given it to you. Why don't you give it to your children?" The old woman replied, and she was smiling, "I did give my children. I took a kilo of meat for them. This is enough for us today, because there is no refrigerator in our house. If I take this quantity, it will be spoiled. So I decided to give to those in need, and because it is also Ramadan Kareem." The rich lady said with great affection, "God is the most generous. This is the month of Ramadan, the month of generosity and bounty."
مثل الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله كمثل حبة أنبتت 7 سنابل في كل سنبلة 100 حبة والله يضاعف لمن يشاء والله واسع عليم. الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله ثم لا يتبعون ما أنفقوا منا ولا أذى لهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون.